Hello and good morning. It's Friday, time for How is the Market? And today we're going to know the lifestyle and what's going on in real estate in Connecticut Shoreline. I have Byron Lazine and I'm going to have him tell what he's doing, who he is, but little bit what I know about him. He's a team leader, he is a serial entrepreneur, not only a real estate team leader, and his biggest motivator. He is a moderator of our 5 a.m. call, and just saying to us that be selfish, to be selfless throughout the day, that motivates us. We got a lot of things achieved because of him, and I really want to thanks for that, moderating our call on 5 a.m. call. Welcome, Byron Lazine here from Connecticut Shoreline. Welcome, brother.
Thank you, Sean, man. And we've known each other quite some time. I've always appreciated our friendship. Obviously, I think we met through the Tom Ferry ecosystem, but the 5 a.m. call has definitely brought us even closer, and you inspire me every single day. So appreciate you having me on. The little bit of information about me, Connecticut Shoreline. Our team, One and Company. You can find us on Facebook or anywhere. One and Company Real Estate. In 2020, we closed over $106 million worth of real estate sales, 303 transactions. Already since January 1, we're up over 100 sales, and we work the stretch of the shoreline from the edge of Fairfield County all the way to the Rhode Island border, and that encompasses like 3 counties: New Haven County, Middlesex, and New London County. We touch up into some lower portions of Hartford County, and I'm excited to be on and share.
Thank you. Thanks for that introduction. Now, we know Connecticut Shoreline. We know that it's by the ocean, and also it's a cold country. So let's talk about a little bit of lifestyle there. How it make it different than the other countries up north, or other town, other places. So, what is the basic lifestyle there?
Yeah, I mean, Connecticut's one of the old New England towns, right? Or New England states, rather. And we are also Connecticut's in particular is unique because we're a New England state, and we're also part of the tri-state network, right? So the tri-state is New Jersey, New York, Connecticut. I think Connecticut also is in New England with Rhode Island and Mass and Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. So we kind of get the best of both worlds. In Connecticut, you get people that are half of the state, it feels like, are New York sports fans, and then the other half is Boston fans. On the shoreline in Connecticut, you can be in New York, depending on where you are, in an hour, or where I'm sitting right now, you can get to New York in less than 2 hours, hour and a half, hour 45 minutes. COVID traffic, hour and a half. You used to be a little bit closer to 2 hours when you had more traffic. You can also be in Boston in just about 2 hours. So you're right in the middle where we are here in New Haven County, from both of those great cities. And we have the Long Island shore, so we're directly across from the Hamptons in New York, a short boat ride over to Long Island, and then a short drive to Rhode Island with all the beautiful Rhode Island beaches. Taylor Swift bought bought a house in Watch Hill a few years back that made a lot of headlines for $17 million. Those beaches in just over the border of Connecticut in Rhode Island are absolutely stunning. You can drive up to the mountains in upstate New York, or I love the Adirondacks personally, the lakes, some of the lakes up there, or the mountains in Vermont, New Hampshire. So pretty cool area. We're in the middle of what I consider all the really good attributes of the Northeast in Connecticut. And but it's old school. We got homes here, Sean. I sold a home last year that was 1726, I believe, was the age. So we've got some old real estate and some quaint little New England shoreline towns. So it's pretty cool.
Wow, that's good to know. It's it gives a different taste of both. You guys are close to so many different places, New Jersey, New York, so it definitely gives that importance. Now, what's going on in the real estate? Is the same thing, like seller's market, the multiple offer? What's going on right now?
Yeah, total seller's market. In fact, we finally, it took us, it's not like South Florida where you are, my friend. It took us 15 years to come back from, where we were in 2007 when everything kind of peaked out. And the median sale price for the entire state for single family homes is sitting right now on a rolling 12-month average at 315,000. We had peaked out in 2007 at 310. And then, after the mortgage crisis, it dropped all the way down to like 250, as low as 245 at one point. And it kind of just sat there for forever until it started to go up in 2019. I mean, March of 2019, just 2 years ago, it was still sitting at $261,000 for the rolling 12-month median sale price average for single-family homes. So it took this 100-year pandemic for the real estate market in Connecticut to come back for a variety of different reasons. I mean, it really took us almost 15 years, which is unlike what you experienced in Florida, where things kind of came back in the 2014, 15, 16, 17 timeframe, right? So
Yes.
that's what we're dealing with here. Like again, median sale price right now on a rolling 12-month is 315,000. The average sale price right now is 456,000. That's the rolling 12. If we just look at what it was, say this last month, it was 490,000 on the average.
Okay.
And the median was 320,000.
Okay. So what can I get for a $320,000? How many bedroom, bathroom, square footage, and so?
Yeah, it'll be location dependent, of course. If you're going to be in a shoreline town, it'll be different than being, say, 30 minutes off of Long Island Sound. 320,000 home on a shoreline town where we are, that's going to be less than 2,000 square feet. You're not going to be on the water. You're going to be in a northern part of the town, probably about 1,500 square feet and 3 bed and a bath.
Okay.
You might not have two bathrooms. You're going to give something up, the garage or a bathroom or something like that.
Yeah, location for the amenities. Okay, so gotcha. Okay, now
and my team might even correct me on that. It might even be worse. they're like every market right now is having a tough time untapping more inventory. As real estate agents, we've got to come up with solutions. We're talking about, hey, who are the homeowners right now that have second home, second rent, so that we can offer solutions to people that need to sell their home and can get into a rental. What are the answers to these problems? Because we can't just keep talking about how low the inventory is. It's our job to bring them some information to help them, move on to the next step.
Gotcha. Very, very good information. Now, when you see the people are moving to your place from surrounding area, it could be New York, Canada, different places. So are you seeing more family people moving there, or retiree, or what kind of lifestyle people are moving there?
We've seen a lot of, we're one of those states where we are, even in 2020, when we had the most sales we've ever had, we've lost migration again. So we have a migration outflow as opposed to like Florida, who has a migration inflow, right? So we're actually losing people on a net basis. But in 2020, the trend was people actually, some retirees that want to, after dealing with COVID, wanted to be closer to their family. That was the number one reason people moved, was to be closer to their family, to be out of New York City. So we had a bunch of people coming from New York City. They were really buying second homes, though, because they were kind of keeping their place in the city to see what would happen, but spending more time out here buying a second home. And then the real driver in those median price points for us has been millennials that are just like, you know what, I'm not renting anymore. I want my own place, my own yard. And so those people are staying in state.
Okay.
but yeah, we've had a really bad trend in the last 10 or so years of losing migration year over year.
Okay, got you. Now, how is the season, winter or summer affects the real estate market over there?
Yeah, we have a more seasonal market. Our market really picks up from March to the fall timeframe. That's
Okay.
when people are spending their time on the shoreline. Certainly in the summer, you can't find anything to rent on the Connecticut shoreline in the summer because that's the time to be here for sure. Um, those winter months, it's cold. We had some real snow this year that is even more so than other years where we were getting just every other day hit with another 6 to 12 inch storm. That slows the market down too. As you can imagine, people that have showings set up for that day will cancel and wait till kind of safer on the roads to go out. Right now the snow is melted, so that's good. We're seeing a lot of activity obviously in the market, and we expect these next 90 days to be really active. We're seeing, like most people, a lot of bidding wars happening right now, and that trend should continue here over the next 90 days.
Perfect. Now, as a buyer, you think is a good idea to buy a home in the winter season so to get a deal?
Yes, absolutely. In fact, if you're, if you can go back 20 years and the median sale price dips every single winter from November to March, year after year after year. The chart is like this.
Okay.
Every single year, up and down, up and down, up and down for total sales and for prices. Now, caveat to that is there's going to be less homes on the market to choose from. Okay, so you're going to have a lot less options in the winter because less people want to move in the winter, and they know that the higher prices are happening in the spring and the summer.
Yeah.
But certainly, if you can find a deal in the winter, that is historically the best time to buy a house in Connecticut year over year for the last 20 years, like clockwork.
Okay. Okay. Got you. Now, let's talk about a little bit about the school district. If a family want to move there and they like to live that old historic town lifestyle, quiet lifestyle. So, what about the school system? How what's your opinion on the schools?
Yeah, I mean, the rankings for the public schools in Connecticut are very high. They've always been high, so people are very passionate about the education here, and there's a lot of private schools. I think like most places, right? But it's always been a really good place to if you've got kids to have a family, and there is a lot of education. Obviously, I'm sitting where I'm sitting right now. I'm sitting 20 minutes away from Yale campus,
Okay.
so we've got great higher education as well as K through 12 as well.
Oh, perfect. That's good to know. Now we spoke about the buyer side, we spoke about the seller side. Now, what about the investors? Do you see investors are buying rental properties over there? How's the rental market and so?
Yeah, and the really smart investors did it, the last 2 or 3 years before everything shot up. But yeah, no, absolutely. There's, on the shoreline specifically, there's investors that are doing the Airbnb stuff for the summer. And then closer to Yale campus in New Haven, you've got investors buying, trying to buy 2 and 3 families. There's obviously little inventory there, but 2, 3, 4 units to, be able to have some apartments for the college kids.
Okay, perfect. So I always like to finish it with the food because food is one of the thing it kind of merged with the lifestyle. So if some family want to move there, so what are the food option there? Do you have a lot of mom and pop traditional restaurants?
We do. That is probably I'm most passionate about our local restaurants here in Connecticut, more so than any other business. We have phenomenal dining all the way, to high end dining, all the way down to we don't call it subs like sandwiches. We call it grinders in
Okay.
Connecticut, all the way down to our grinders, But the one thing Connecticut's known for is we've got the best pizza of anywhere in this country. There's no debating it. You can go on the Barstool Sports app. Dave Portnoy, he says New Haven is the pizza capital of the world. It's absolutely true. We've got one street in New Haven where you've got Sally's, Pepe's, Modern Pizza. It's all right there. It's the best pizza, better than New York, better than Long Island. I'm looking over at Bobby here in my office, who is from Long Island. It's not even close. We have by far the best pizza, and we have great pizza throughout the state. And New Haven style pizza specifically is absolutely the best. And then we have our lobster rolls. Nicole and I do our lobster roll show, Hold the Mayo. Go check that out. Always butter, never mayo. Like Massachusetts, they put mayo on their lobster roll. That's just ruining it. Here on the Connecticut Shoreline, we have lobster rolls with butter. It's the best. And oysters. We have great oysters. You go up the shoreline a little bit. If you go to a restaurant, it says Northeast Scallops. They're typically from Stonington, Connecticut. Stonington Sea Scallops. That's something else. But yeah, we have great food, great seafood. And again, the pizza's number one. I mean, I can't even eat pizza when I go to Florida. It's actually just, I think something wrong with the water. It's just not even edible compared to what we have here.
It is. So that's good to know, because the traditional food is only you get those local places, So if someone want to travel to Connecticut, definitely, after I hear you, that I'm going to suggest them to check out those local mom and pop restaurants. You're going to be very happy.
Sally's a Pete's in New Haven. If you're in my hometown, Madison, you go to Bar Boucher, great little French restaurant there. In East Haven, the Lobster Shack for lobster rolls, that was rated number one last season for us. We're doing another season here this year, so we'll see if it holds up. And then Mystic, Connecticut is like become the foodie little enclave here on the shoreline. They've got a whole bunch of good restaurants there.
Yeah, we see some comments here. They like love pizza, so I say, yeah, let's go to Connecticut.
Yes, it's a pizza here. A pizza.
Real pizza.
It's the best.
So Byron, definitely a lot of insight you gave about the culture, about the history, about the food, about real estate for sure. And one of the things I really like to congratulate you, knowing you for years, the growth of your business, your team, of course that. But then again, you are known for giving out to the community. Everyone, of us know that how you, when the COVID hit, and anytime, you're out there, you're with the people, we are with the community. I'd like to congratulate on that, and brother, keep up the good work. That's great.
Thank you. You've always inspired me. You're one of the most consistent individuals I know. You are up every single day early, starting your day with purpose. And again, I appreciate you having me on, brother.
Yeah. Now, last thing, how do someone reach out to you? What's your website address?
Yeah, so if you have a real estate need, go to oneandcompany.com. But you can just find me on any of the social apps. It's usually at Byron Lazine. Last name is Lazine, Lazine. Go over on, we're on Facebook right now, so you can go over and connect with me here on Facebook or on Instagram at Byron Lazine.
So I also, whoever watching the video in YouTube or social media, you can always make a comment here, and then Byron or I will be happy to reach out to you, answer your questions.
Absolutely.
So hopefully this information help you knowing about Connecticut Shoreline, knowing about the lifestyle, the real estate and whole details. And I'll see you next week in our another episode of How is the Market. Thanks, Byron. Thanks for joining in. And I really thank you for all the insight, the real information.
I appreciate you, brother. Be well.
Thank you.